everyone, it's Lisa. Today on DoodleDrawArt, we're going to draw Bugs Bunny. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by drawing a heart shape. So it's going to be a heart that has a small end on one side, like this, and then a bigger end on the other side. So around this way, a bigger end to the heart. So this is basically Bugs Bunny's face shape. This is just a sketch line to help us get started. Don't get too crazy. So here we're going to have where his eyes are going to go. There's going to be one eye here, so it's just going to be a bit to the right, to the left of the point in the heart, and then there's going to be another eye here, just to the right of the point, and then his head is going to have a line that comes down this way here, and this is all coming from the top of his head and his ears. So these are just some sketch lines to help me kind of get guided a little bit on how it's going to fit on my page and what all the features look like, and then his neck will be down here. Okay, so this is the sketch. Now let's do it for real. So right in here where we have the heart point, we're going to draw a little triangle, and this is going to be Bugs Bunny's nose. Just a little triangle like that. Then underneath the triangle, we're going to draw the number 3. So we're going to go upside down with the number 3, just like this, and that is going to be the top of his mouth. And then we're going to draw sort of a little squiggle here that goes just out from the corner. I don't know why, we just are. We're going to draw another one over here that's longer. It's like, I don't know, it's the top of his smile or something. It's there. So now underneath we're going to draw his smile. So it's going to be right from this 3 section here. I'm going to come down and make like a U shape and then back up. Right back into sort of right at the edges of this bump that comes out. And then there's some more lines here that just kind of show that his mouth is open, and they're just like this. And now we're going to draw his teeth. So it's just a line like this to show where his 2 teeth separate in between. Okay, so now we're going to draw from this nose, we're going to come on a bit of a curve right around this eyeball that we just made. So it's from the nose curving out, one big line. And then when we get here, we're going to come back down and we're going to stop just about here where that heart edge ends. So it's going to be a very skinny oval right back down to about there. So that is one of his eyes. And his eyeball is going to take up this whole bottom section because we can't really see his whole eye. It's turned, his head is turned that way. So now from this eyeball, around halfway in, we're going to put our pencil back down and we're going to make the side of his face. So this little squiggle that we drew, it comes out almost all the way to the edge of his face. So we're going to come up here and we're going to make a curve down and stop. And we're going to go back up a little, and then we're going to come down some more and stop. And we're going to come back up a little, and then we're going to come down some more, curve a bit more and stop, and then back up. So from here now, we're going to finish off the side of his face, and we're just going to come right underneath his mouth, and we're going to end our line right about here. So here we go, coming from here and under. So that's the side of his face, and if you want to, you can erase those little sketch lines just so you can see better what you have happening there. So that's the left side of Bugs Bunny's face. Alright, so now let's give some attention to the right side of his face, and let's go ahead and make his the side of his cheek first. So we had this little line here that sort of shows the top of his open mouth, and we're going to leave about this almost as much space there before we finish the edge. So we're really going to aim for there. So we're going to come from here and we're going to make one line that comes under his eye and up a bit and then curves down. And then we're going to do the same thing we did over here. We're going to go in and down and in and down. Now this time curving a little more and up. And then we're going to close his face with a nice curve. It's only going to leave it open about that much. So here, just going to connect back up to that last point we drew. Okay, so if you want, we can draw his neck now. So we're just going to come down a little bit of an angle there. And same thing here, just a little angle coming in. And he's actually got, this part's white, and then this is going to be gray. So again, we can erase some of our little sketch lines just to help us see the final lines here. Looking good. Now let's add his other eyeball. So we left room for it, and there's kind of a sketch line here for it. It's pretty good already. Now this edge of the eye is just going to be a little curvier than that. And then right up here is sort of where it ended. We're just going to come from slightly above it and make our way back around the oval like that. And in to touch again here. And then because he's really looking out of the corner of his eye, we're going to draw just, I don't even know how much of a circle there, but just the edge of an eyeball that's looking over here. And then just over his nose, we're going to make a couple of little curves just to show that it's like a curvy nose. Okay, good. Now, tops of his eyes. So we'll do this one first. We're just going to come up from here and make a little U like that. And then above that, we're going to make a line toward his ears. So we're just actually going to come all the way up to about here, and this is going to be the top of his head. So here we go, up to here. And then to make it look even more like Bugs Bunny, we're just going to add another tiny line right there, because he has like, that's just the way his eyebrows look. Yeah. Okay, over here, we're going to make a big U that's going to go around and down. And then behind this U, we're going to make that tiny line that we made over here. We're going to do it right here, just coming out from the back of that oval. And that helps us now figure out where to finish his head. So I guess maybe we'll do his ears next. So from this spot here, let's draw 3 tufts of hair. So here we go. 1, 2, and 3. So from the spot I just finished, we're ready to make an ear. So what we're going to do is we're going to swoop around and up. And that's the top. And we're going to curve and come down to right there. And then we can make the inside of his ear. So just along the inside like this and stop. Then back up to the top and make the inside of that ear. So you notice here that I made my first line all the way down further, and my second line came in from here and stopped in here as well. So it was a smaller line in general. And then we can make the other ear. So let's get in close here. The sketch line that I drew is bigger than the ear is going to be. It's going to come in very close to where we finished the hair. We're just going to move over a tiny bit, and this ear is going to come, I draw better from up to down, so maybe you do too. I'm going to come up to the top, and I'm just going to bow out and down. And then from here, we're going to pull a line that goes out and down. So that's a bit of an artist trick, maybe. Always pulling when you draw. So pulling from the top down toward the bottom. You have better control of your lines if you draw towards yourself. So since I'm down here, it's easier for me to draw this way. Okay, we're almost done. Let's make the back of his head. So just a little bump here, tiny, not even a bump really, just a, I don't even, it's just a curve. I mean, I don't even want it to be that much of a bump, so I'm going to raise that. Shh, don't tell anyone. Okay, so just a little bump here and then down. So I'm going to end this right about here. So it's coming down, it's just a little bit of an angle, hardly an angle at all. And then we're going to draw his whiskers. Okay, so from here, we're going to whisker out and out and out, and the other side slightly shorter but still all coming from this like number 3 section. We have 1 and 2 and 3. All right, there we go, Bugs Bunny with whiskers. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trace him with my Sharpie and color him in. I'm going to do this part in time lapse. I hope you enjoyed watching me draw Bugs Bunny today, and I hope you drew him too. I'd love it if you would comment on my video. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. If you liked watching this video, you could click like. And of course, for more doodle draw art inspiration, you could subscribe to my channel, so you can never miss out on the fun. Thanks for watching.